I don't know. I broke my watch, Dan. I can't remember where my watch is now because I broke it.
You get a new strap.
I don't know what I don't know.
What's the strap that's broken? No? Yeah, I think you showed me.
It's
a broken
ironic.
strap.
It's ironic because I bought it in San Francisco and I'm going there in 3 days.
That's a coincidence.
Yes, it is.
Guess you can fix it there,
Perhaps.
at the same place.
Although to fix a watch here, they're like, oh, we need to send it to Switzerland. It's like, come on, man. This is 2015. Like, what is this? It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna take 3 months. It's like, why don't you just tell me to buy another watch? I'm not going to, but that's what they want me to do. Anyway, Team Dignitas are moving into B with 3 people here. So the pop flashes coming in, and it's going to hit their own team as well. Though the bomb is patiently waiting on A slope, and there's been an entire rotation from TSM despite not seeing the bomb. But they're quickly realizing something might be up here. Device moving back towards A.
Indeed. 3 versus 4 as GP goes over the van, and he will find a headshot eventually. A little bit awkward, but eventually it is found. And Kievi waits by the CT spawn area, looking to catch an unsuspecting CT. And there are 2 in the location, so he could get traded here. But I think he might very well make the frag. He'll go down, and there it is. The trade happens. Dupree is the man responsible for said trade. 1-0, and the economy is with TSM to start with. And this has been the story of many of these matches, actually. I think TSM has almost always had the best economy at the start.
I'm actually going to watch from the Face It season finale, the map that Virtus Pro had on Mirage, because they were doing some really cool stuff on the T side, which I haven't seen from them before.
Or like their mid takes and stuff.
For example, when they went for, I think it was a force buy where Pasha had the scout, everyone else had a pistol. Pasha lurked in B apps. They did a smoke plant on triple, on the mid side of triple, and then Pasha was basically the man to try and hold things down with the scout. He got taken down, but then there was another person who ended up in mid to finish things off there. Super nice play. But back into this match, Zipmix is only going to get 1 kill with the MP9, and the bomb will be planted. Dupree needs to get some frags here and make sure this gun does not get picked up by these Ts. He's got support now. The crossfire coming in for the CT, so he should be okay. Carrigan, they will fall, and Dupree will fall as well. 2v2 as Config tries to go for the gun. Not going to work out for him, though. Cajun B will pick it up. KRB with 9 HP and a scout. Don't fancy his chances. He will get finished off.
Yeah, they did ridiculous damage, though. Actually, they'll probably force buy now, because when you get 3 kills and a bomb plant, you know that you're in the same situation again, where you can force a reset. Of course, it's a stylistic choice, but I would absolutely expect that. Most teams would probably think that it's more optimal to do that, especially on a map like this, where maybe you want to keep the AWP away from Carrigan, the likes of Carrigan, because he can be a very, very beastly with that. They've kind of gone halfway, though. They've gone a slight investment. They've not gone the full force. So we won't see any executes out of Team Dignitas. They're going to likely get murdered brutally. That is the expectation on the B-bomb site.
So, they TSM interestingly putting 1 player towards B, 2 in mid, and 2 in A with 1 not watching underpass. I think there's actually a flank coming in. Indeed, there is, but will the flank get there anytime soon? Dignitas not waiting for the smoke to disappear, just going to go for the push here, which is a wise decision. And Zipex is out of position now, but Carrigan's coming in just in time. Zipex going down on the site, but there's only 2 players left. Carrigan goes down though. The rest will be a cleanup. So 3 players surviving for TSM. They all have M4s as well, which will be a plus. And the buy comes in for Dignitas.
Yeah, and Carrigan will go for the AWP. And he's got a reputation on this map for AWPing very, very well, and his shenanigans aggressively, generally speaking. And that's when he tends to pick up the AWP. That's kind of what you expect. Like Dust 2 Carrigan T-side AWP, for example, is pretty awesome to watch. But we will see the basic grenades here for Dignitas to buy some positioning into middle. But how much positioning will they buy? Will they be afforded? TSM will lose Cajun B as the challenge comes in from Palace, and A bomb site is completely clear right now.
So you can see TSM keen to keep control of Connector, but Config has taken down Device. There is a play from short, but Dupree goes down as well, so Solomid being torn apart at present. There are a number of heavily tagged players though for the T side. In fact, all the remaining players are heavily tagged, but it's just Carrigan left after Zipex gets naded into oblivion. And there goes the round to Dignitas, making their way onto the scoreboard and putting the economy of TSM in a difficult position.
Yeah, I mean, they are likely going to force it up because Dupree had so much money, and indeed, they'll get the AWP onto Carrigan. So Carrigan with a lot of responsibility in this round to open things up in a defensive manner, I suppose, for the TSM side. Now he's opted to go towards middle. He's looking through the window there on middle, from the CT side all the way to top mid. There's no approach from underpass, so he should be pretty safe here for a while. But all the nades are going to rain in now to, once again, buy positioning. And Dignitas with their mid takes and their connector control on T side, they're pretty darn good at that.
I think they smoked off the A side of connector from mid. You can smoke jungle there as well, but I do think it was the former. And the Dignitas are moving towards short, actually, which was smoked off by the CTs, but let's see if they're going to make the play. Could be in ladder room at the moment. Nice 1D onto config, 4 versus 3 now, and dupreeh needs help from teammates.
Or does he? He seems to have scared them off at this point. They are too afraid that they've been delayed for too long, and a rotation indeed has come in. Rubino's made his way towards the jungle area, and it's Carrigan. He's working his way around from CT. So there are real possibilities here for the CT side of TSM to save this round. Some good damage going in onto Rubino as Carrigan gets up onto the toll booth, and dupreeh will take down Rubino, creating quite the distraction for MSL. So we discovered in connector, both players on the angle though. And we'll get the peek coming in from Device, looking pretty awkward here. Carrigan moving forward to actually try to help him out in his position. In comes the shot, and can they actually kill him?
How is he still alive here?
And the round is won by Dignitas. That is a mess, James, from many perspectives.
It's kind of mess like when somebody sits on a cake by accident. That is a mess.
Because you're in this position, right? 2 versus 1. You know that he's in connector. We saw Device trying to one-on-one him, but Carrigan obviously doesn't want that situation to happen, and he's not confident that Device will win the fight, so he doesn't go on. He doesn't try to stick the bomb, which would of course force the peak out of the T. So it just became a massive mess there, and that's cost them. They are now okay. dupreeh is going to get 3 Deagle headshots in a row, and now Dignitas are left in a state of confusion and disarray as they try to understand how to save the round from this point.
3 Deags, not 2, but 3, which leaves them with a 2-man advantage, although they are not in position to collect any of the guns. The bomb is down on short as well. It seems Dignitas are going to try and use these numbers to, bearing in mind where the bomb is, there are many angles for the TSM players to have a go at them at. So they want to try and secure a path and thin the numbers out. The bomb has been collected, and they've got 1 down, but again, this is not a position that KRB should try and challenge. And indeed he will, and dupreeh's going to make it 4.
4 Deagle headshots from dupreeh. There's only 1 player left standing. Will dupreeh be able to finish him off for the ace? I'm sure that they don't care too much. They just want to win this round. Rubino's trying to eye up the frag here, but he's losing time actually. He'll take down Cajun B, but in comes dupreeh, but Rubino's hesitation there, trying to bait players out. There's dupreeh, but it's going to be Zipex who will pick up the kill, and I think dupreeh will be more than happy with that, as he's on 14 kills already. Ridiculous stuff from dupreeh. He's going to pick up an AWP. At this point, I would let him do anything he wants, but he'll probably throw it over to Carrigan. Indeed, he will. And yeah, interesting stuff now. They're going to reset Dignitas.
Imagine a Deagle eco ace, all headshots. That just would be something else. But there we go. 4-2 in favour of TSM. Dignitas, are they favouring another B play, or are they going to head towards the underpass? Maybe just slowing down here, obviously not to give their position away, but also helps to avoid grenades, which you can see. Ooh, that nade is going to be money! Doing lots of damage, and Zipex going for a nice spray there. Maybe things being a bit too quiet for his liking. 3 players left here, and Zipex has that very strong position under the window. Gonna move back and try and find some more plays now. Nice spray by him. dupreeh will spot the last player and finish things off there. I think there's an argument to, like, whenever, for example, people want to go for like a mid to B, right? Everybody runs towards, I'm talking about like, you know, people at my level. Everyone runs towards B. It's like, okay, let's all walk now. Let's all pretend that nobody's here. But there should always be someone at B, so I have an argument that at least 1 person should be running around it, because that would be normal. And then have the rest do whatever. But anyway. 5-2 now, TSM extending the lead. Having a good buy, having a solitary AWP. We'll see who gets the first advantage.
KGB will see some traces there, as well as Carrigan, who'll get a frag, but Carrigan has to do more work. Device is an extra point of defense here. Everybody apart from Zipex is just suddenly dead in the matter of 10 seconds. But he's in a 1-on-2 at the very least, so this is a possibility for him. He's got an incendiary. Perfect. Here he goes. Can he push the player out of the position, or Rubino stand in the flames and die? Because so far he is standing in the flames and dying, but somehow he escapes from his position. Zipex will have to tap down the other player who's just showing his head hitbox at this point. Zipex will go for the nade. And is he going to go for the hold here? He's going to fake it. Here comes Kirby for the plant. Oh dear, he's actually safe. He's fine. Wow, that is close. That is close.
That is brutal.
Oh man.
That is a sad story. That is a modern tragedy, Dan. Somebody write a book. My tissues are ready.
So Zipex says it's a bug Molotov there. Interesting. Don't think that it was. It just went too deep.
I don't know where it ended actually, but if you think about it, the where the wall is and where the bomb was, I suppose it probably should have spread further.
But it went forwards because that's where it was thrown from.
Maybe something to investigate there. Zipex is gonna find some more information. Dignitas favouring the B play again. Zipex having that strong position again under the window. Support from Karrigan as well. Karrigan still alive, but Dupree and Zipex are down, as is Karrigan. So TSM losing a number of players once more. Two players are heavily tagged though, Kiabi and Config. Can Device get the 1v1s?
Society's actually almost in a good position, but he gets denied just before he can get a bit further, which would have been a bit of a money position. Now Cajun B against 3, and Dig look really good for this, to be honest. He's not even going to want to try to push for it. He's going to take down Config on the exit, which is good damage, but that is probably all he's going to get. He is moving towards where the other Ts are rotating to for the safe exit away from the bomb site. And see if he can get another sneaky and probably safe frag. But looks unlikely at this point. So Dignitas will win another round, and TSM... Oh, he will actually... interesting, he will actually go down in the end. But and that's kind of problematic because TSM are broke. They're actually completely broke. Wow. Just 5k on Zipex, he might buy an AWP. Yeah, there it is. And if Karrigan has a good spawn, this could be quite interesting. He's got Kevlar as well. I've seen rounds won like this before.
I've seen rounds of one with 4 equal headshots there.
That's very true, yeah. Karrigan, will he drop down? Oh, that was perfect. There was not even a wall bang. That was like a pixel that you had to hit there. That was a sick flick from Karrigan.
Oh.
Pixel perfect.
Good for him to turn up.
So that is Fox level.
And he is rotating the AWP elsewhere, although he's made the wrong gamble because the T's are headed towards the A site as opposed to B.
Indeed they are. They are breaching. Oh, occasionally almost getting a excellent shot there, just a tiny bit off. And they are getting wrecked at this point. Just Karrigan left. He can save this AWP, or he can try. I suppose there is always that. There is the trying, but will Dignitas allow him to do so? Their money must be growing quite a lot from this point. Actually, they don't have great money, so going for the kill, because he has an AWP, you really want to try to sacrifice at least a couple players for that, but you don't want to sacrifice everybody. That's the first defensive kill. Karrigan getting down to 16 points.
He is surely dead. He is surely dead, Dan.
They're all coming from it.
Dan, he is surely dead.
Here they go. Oh, oh, that was so fast. So fast. He realizes as well, this is smart. Wow, Karrigan played this so well. Oh, the nade.
Oh!
Oh,
Denied.
No. That sucks.
Savage.
That is so sad. What a sad story. I got my little violin out for that one. That was so depressing. Oh, he must have thought for sure that he had that. And nade in at the last possible second. So sad.
6-4, Dignitas back to winning ways here. TSM's ecos will continue. Their woes will continue. And Device, how deep is he going to go? The angle is being held by Kiabi while the rest of his team throw the grenades. Always good to see. And he's going to get a cheeky frag, but now it's Cajun B's turn to get a headshot. He will be traded immediately though, so no quad frag for him. Dupree and Zipex remain versus 4. Ooh, Dupree's back in action here with another 2 headshots. 2 versus 2 now. Trying to jump through the smoke perhaps. And the bomb is ticking. But he just wants the headshots, surely.
Yeah, these positions are too strong. Both players will go down. It's unfortunate he didn't get through the smoke there, because I think you're right, he did try to jump across into sandwich, but But he got caught by 70 damage of a nade because he wasn't able to make that. Kievi says stop now with the deagle. Spencer Eagle or something, I don't know. Anyway, so 6-5. Dignitas have made a pretty sick comeback into this one. And TSM, they've been doing good damage thanks to Dupree's deagle actually. So the economy of Dignitas has been kept low. Nades, pre-nades will go in here, and they're going for another B play. You don't usually see this many B plays, especially on gun rounds. Look how much damage they're taking from nades before the push has even happened. Zipex and Dupree making excellent work of the Dignitas side as they try to push in. It's not working out for them.
Ooh, nades though, and fire will force the position of Dupree, and he will be finished off. Carrigan not getting the frag on this occasion. Has been fast, not getting the snap on this occasion though. Device is all that's left now. Somehow Dignitas bring this back, and these B plays just continue to work out for them.
Yeah, that was pretty strange there. You would have thought between Carrigan and Cajun they would have got a frag on the config, but now it's Device. He's got to clutch this 1 versus 2. Oh, have they faked him out? This is next level. That is next level. My god. And now they know exactly where he is, and Kebi could have just killed him there. James, he could have just killed him. He could have ended it all. But he's going to let him live. He's going to let him have some hope, James. Before.
What is he doing?
Does he realize he has the bomb even?
What is he doing?
I don't know what any of that was.
What is he doing there?
Because Device can still win this round from this point now. It's possible, of course, from this point.
What if he wins the round? Can you imagine?
Oh.
Can you imagine the social media rage?
Come on. Oh, there we go. I was after all of that rooting for Device to win that round.
Can see the throw threads being typed up as we speak, Dan.
Oh, hey, I mean, some people you could argue that TSM had a bit of a throw on the last map. They were so far ahead on their T side. Dignitas did play very well, of course, but
Are you actually arguing that? Is that what you're doing?
arguing it? No, I'm just saying that you can make an argument
You
for
are.
anything.
I don't even know.
I'm saying
Thanks for pointing that out, Dan. Just stop. Just stop.
The nature of the internet, James.
Stop.
Doesn't really matter what people say on the internet.
Oh dear, what are we going to do with you?
Anyway, the Eagles are back in play here for TSM. They've been working out pretty well so far, at least if GP is handling them, but he's already out of the picture. So Dignitas with this middle play, not going to work out too well for them. And here it is, just 2 players left now for TSM. And that is not a good look so far. As Dignitas make their way through Connector. Dignitas are one of the teams that I think it's actually more of an MSL thing because he's been in many renditions of Dignitas, and they on this map they've always been very strong, and a lot of it's come down to their T sides and how they're able to take positioning into Connector and leave players there and so on. And we're seeing a bit more of that from them here, but they've made 7 rounds of this one now, so looking pretty good. TSM struggling a little bit.
Hey, Dignitas actually deciding to go 8. Probably going to lose the round.
Yeah.
There is a player quite deep into A actually, Cajun B, and he is in a position that exposes him to Palace, and the position has not paid off as he and Device have gone down. Carrigan with a second frag of Duran. I think he saw ahead there, trying to go for the fast frag though, not getting the full connection. Bomb being planted on triple for CC Spawn.
Here we go, we got 1 player left now, just Dupree again. He's got to go clutch mode again for his team, and he's going to face both players. Looks like Dignitas are hitting all the shots they need to hit to close these rounds. Great play. And once again, it's TSM with no money on their CT side. I mean, they started off really well, actually. Like, I mean, I think in the first couple rounds, even though they won the pistol, they did lose, I think, against the 4 spies with Dignitas, like quite a few players. But they still started with a better economy, so this is a really good look.
TSM could lose this match.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Look at this push coming in, though. Dupree is trying really hard though to stop that from happening. He's doing a great job. 3 kills there from him straight up middle with the P90 support as well. Device did die. He was the martyr with the P90, and they'll take the round right at the end. But yeah, 24 frags on Dupree. He's had some really awesome rounds. That was one of a few. I guess the round everyone will more likely remember will be the 4 Deagle kills.
Deags.
I think 3 of them were. I think three players rushed him on catwalk, and he just killed 3 of them immediately.
Nice.
So I don't know how to what's going to happen in the next half at the moment, because again I haven't actually seen much from Dig's new lineup, and they've got a stand-in as well. Let's not forget they've got Zonic playing instead of Tensky.
Yeah, and they're basically rushing. They just rush B a lot and ruin the economy.
Yeah. I mean, Rubino has been really clutch. Config has been very precise and very consistent on a lot of the one-on-ones that he's needed to win. They can just keep that going. It's going to be quite an interesting second half here. I mean, Overpass went to overtime after all. Alright. Already MSL just looking for some spots on middle. And he's going to find pretty much everybody. Everybody's facing in mid. There's decoys all over the place as well. Jeez, there's so much action all over the shop.
How do we commentate this? They're dying so fast there.
They're everywhere.
Well, all the remaining players have Kevlar. Kelby's got 2 kills. I wonder how many bullets he has left. He's got 20 bullets left, so he's okay for the time being. 20 bullets, 2 guys. Now he finds himself alone.
There he goes through the vent into jungle now. 2 players unbeknownst to them. He will peek from jungle and tapping them both down. There it is. Kirby in with a 4K, and that's going to be that. Lights out for TSM and lights out for their economy too. No money. Dupree had 3 kills in that round as well. I don't think he cares at this point. He's just going to try to get the 50 bomb. He's just going for the 50 bomb chase.
Device and Cajun B have a combined 10 kills after 16 rounds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of shakiness from both of them for sure, and some of the aim battles. Unusual, isn't it?
It is indeed. This is a position that Neo is making notorious with the scout. Always gets the headshots. Config taking the pot shots. Bit of tagging onto Device, but other than that, not much going on. Bomb around the mid area. There we go, tag onto the 3. And now we're starting to finish people off. This is an eco from Team Solomid. I don't know how many bullets those players managed to even fire. There were 3 deagles at the start of this round on the T side.
It's funny about Neo because Neo almost makes that jump scout shot look guaranteed somehow. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, and he's snapping every time.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's really nuts. It's really nuts. That was a much more realistic interpretation of how it usually goes. So 10-7. Dignitas looking to really assert themselves here on the CT side with that good solid economy early on. And unlike in the first half, TSM were not able to do what Dignitas did and to crush the economy with the force fight. So here we go.
Fast play from TSM into the site, looking for the bomb plant. The attempts coming in through the smoke. I think it's been heard by the CTs, and the bomb indeed will go down. So, worst case scenario is being ticked off here for TSM. Expecting to lose the round they will. Tentacles coming out to defuse the bomb. Dignitas surviving with 4 players, picking up a Tech 9 or 2. And there goes the scout.
So, I mean, Kirby is having an equally strong match. He's with that 27 kills, and we've seen some of those sick rounds as well. But the AWP is in the hands of MSL now, and we're going to start to see how this setup's going to work. Again, you know, they have the standard Sonic into the Tensky. You might imagine that they'll just say, okay, Sonic stand everywhere that Tensky would stand, and Sonic, as the coach of the team, is going to know what that is and what Tensky's job will be. But it's still a fresh team, regardless of that. They've not been together for too long, so we will see now how it actually works out. So MSL with the AWP is in the jungle position, will get smoked off. It's quite scary. Nice counter flash from Rubino. Not going to get everybody, but he will take down Dupree. This is not looking too bad actually for the TSM side when all is said and done. Carrigan with a 3K, spraying them down out of nowhere, and that will afford them a bomb plant potentially as Config goes in for the retake. Ooh, Device winning the battle though.
The greed. He had the flank, went for the gun, and conceded his position. And then he died. These rounds are insane, so expensive for both sides. TSM get one on the board. And the money of Dignitas is varied, but we will see the buy.
It's so strange to see that like Device is stuck on 6 frags and Cajun B stuck on 5 frags. Previously, Device, one of the arguments that was made for him being the best player in the world at one point, not so long ago, was his insane consistency on his frag to death ratio. Consistently every game dropping a lot of frags. But either way, we do have a buy round for both teams. And so looking for the shot in mid. Oh, wow. Speaking of Device, if you're going to hit a shot, that is a good one to hit through the smoke and everything.
Well, there we go. Kirby is alone on the A site with Rubino in a position for some late assistance. And TSM are starting to swarm now. Device coming in for the flank, but Rubino will hold things down there at least. No one rotating from the B bomb site just yet. Maybe now realizing what's going on. Kirby winning an important duel. Now can try and waste time on the site, but he will be traded by Cajun B. 3 versus 3 with a config coming in from short.
Here we go, smoke down. Ruben blocked off though. How can he circumvent this? Well, it looks like a flash is going to do the job. And Sonic straight in there. He won't get the kill though. And Ruben is still stuck behind the smoke. Config has to win this fight, and he will. That's still going to give Dignitas a chance to win this round as it goes 2 versus 2. And the bomb is not being planted. So actually, TSM, now the smokes are down, are out of the advantage. And it gets even worse for them. Config coming in in a pretty huge way. That's the bomb down. He knows occasionally he has to go for it and he'll win the battle. But in this time, Rubino was repositioning, so he couldn't help Config out. And that is a big loss. Can Rubino redeem? There's a flash in the peak. Oh, great stuff from Cajun. Immediately removing Rubino from the picture. So 11-9, TSM back in it. But again, like you say, all these rounds are so expensive for both sides.
Indeed they are. And the way sometimes the teams are trading on the A site now, as opposed to the B site on the first half, leaves you unclear as to who's going to come out on top, so they could continue going either way. Should be good to smoke off the mid area. Indeed it is. CPR will be smoked. And look at this push here from Dignitas. On the eco, going to be going down A, but they've got nobody in B, so this round is pretty much over already. Because it's just a stock USPs on for everyone. But Config has picked up an AK-47. From where?
What? What?
How is this?
What is this? That doesn't happen on matchmaking even. What is this? Oh my god. How did he have it? There must have been a pretty huge miscommunication there. Well,
Give weapon on score AK-47.
Even if you make the mistake right and you wanted, let's say, 2 SMGs, and you've already bought like one of the AKs, you just keep the AK for sure. It's too expensive.
Or dispose of it.
Or at least do that, yeah. But well, they were going for rush timing there as well, so.
Well, that's not something you see every day or ever. Device with a nice opening frag. MSL is going to get the fastest flank you'll ever see in your life onto Dupree. And again, the frag's going away with Dignitas, but the trade's coming out onto the site now. Again, another fast round. Almost every round super fast here. KRB's tagged, but not fragged. Got support from a teammate as well. Cajun B being patient in connector. That patience will pay off 2 versus 2.
Yeah, weird spot. Kirby in the corner there, and we've got Cajun B with a good nade for it. And that's going to actually murder Kirby where he stands. He's blown to smithereens. And Zonic, the stand-in,
Blown to bits.
is the last man standing now for Dignitas, but they don't know where he is.
He's the last man standing, Dan.
He is also a stand-in and the last man
Do you
standing.
have any idea how pleased I am with that?
So here it is. Cajun B is going to make his rotation into a better position to help out his teammate before they go for the bomb. I mean, they have so much time. 35 seconds still. Sonic's just forced to wait until he hears a plant sound. That's pretty much all he can do at this point.
The funny thing is, there's a reasonable chance that TSM will plant 4 CT in this situation.
Yeah, it's possible. It would be more likely expecting to come from jungle or something, but no. Looks like, or connector. But yeah, 11-11 is now the score as TSM managed to win that round. Started off fast, then we had a very slow finish with the Mac 10 on device. Now that's pretty good. It probably indicates they'll go for a fast round. It's an anti-eco type strategy from them, which is why he's got a Mac 10, even though they could afford an AK-47. And there we go, straight into middle actually. And we got a lot of CTs looking for the shots, and Config again is connecting everything he needs to. And Rubino could get a frag here as well. He's got some support. He picks up the AK-47. Deeg is doing mad work in this series.
2 people survive. Every round is a complete massacre. And TSM taking the lead now. It's madness.
I don't know.
Just charging each other, and then just, I don't know, everyone's dead. We're seeing some nice Deagle shots though. You can almost make it just a Deagle video from this match.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts, isn't it? It's like hard to really talk about. Well, there's not much strategy going on there. It's like if there was a strategy, there's no time for anything to develop. So here we go. We got Very defensive round here from Dignitas. No one in any forward positions, really. Two guys towards the van, though, on the B side, and that's going to work out. Config picks up the frag on the Cajun B. That's going to force the hand of TSM somewhat, because with a man down, you lose presence on one side of the map. You kind of need to start the ball rolling, and they're going to collect the bomb. They've taken connector. They will go for the triple-pronged attack. So as soon as the bomb gets towards the T-slope, they will initiate the A assault.
Well, there's a crossfire here for connector. Questions are being asked by the CTs. Dupree is blind. Dupree is dead. As is Kiabi. As is Zipex. 2 versus 4. Every time one team takes the lead, the other one starts to come back. Device goes, leaving Karrigan alone. But we know what this man can do on his own with a few seconds on the clock here. 45 seconds for him. Going to miss the shot, being blind there, and it's 12-12.
And they reset on the economy, but they had a lot of bank to play with, so they can still get the bite in. But will they be spending every dollar? Almost. Well,
Zipex had 11k at the beginning of that round.
Yeah, so they're spending pretty much every last penny to buy here. So what is the play for TSM? What do they want to go for? There's not been a solid answer, to be honest. They've not found consistency with anything just yet. Ooh, okay, fast catwalk approach. This is quite cool. We haven't seen much of this. And there you go. That's why it can be pretty strong. We'll get an interesting angle there for just a moment, inspecting the dandruff. Right there, as we have Rubino by jungle. Key frag made by KGB here, eliminating Rubino, allowing the players from Connected to freely walk onto the bomb site. And that. Crazy. Let's just run down mid, run through Connector, and then win the round.
Yeah. This is surely only things you see on a national derby. This is just a very weird match overall. Well, there we go. Config is the last man standing. See if he can survive with this gun. I hate this knife. I think this knife is ugly as hell. But what is that? What is that? What is that phrase? One man's
rubbish is another man's treasure, or something.
Something like that. Yeah. It's still ugly though. I don't care whose treasure it is. Let me put some yellow, then some red, then some blue, then some yellow. Oh, that's beautiful. And then a bit of red and blue. No. So, the round advantage again for TSM. This time we're going to have a smorgasbord of weaponry. Device with the MP7, Karrigan with the AWP. One can only imagine what they've left in T-spawn this time. Ooh, look at the config with the parkour. Cajun B takes down the MSL elsewhere. Now you got a 4-man stack on the B-bomb site. Bomb being planted for short, just in time by Zipex.
Such a weird match. TSM will get 14 rounds. Because it's looked like for quite a few points that TSM are going to lose. And then you get this. Then you get this, James. And then they're going to win. I don't know. It's very interesting indeed. That's 14-12 now. Dignitas need to make it happen with the next buy. And this is that horrible spot where you don't want to buy, but you have to. You have almost enough money. Everybody is short like $500 basically. And that sucks, but they got to go for it and make it happen. And you would maybe expect some aggression to try to levy the difference when it comes to the fact that the advantage is on the nades and the weapons of your opponents. So try to get aggressive and don't allow them to develop a play that exploits those strengths. But they're passive actually.
Yeah, lacking in grenades. MSL with the early frag actually onto Karrigan no less. Cajun B shall offer the AWP. And hey, just when you thought Dignitas were down, of course they're going to start winning the round at.
Yep, that seems to be the trend of this match. But Zipex, he is going to be a trend breaker. He gets an excellent series of kills there into the A-bomb site to single-handedly shut down the chances of Team Dignitas. Device goes in for a frag, but Zipex manages to steal it away. Zipex with 4 kills already in this one. And Device is looking to finish things off against Config. But Config is no easy cookie to crack. Look at this guy go. Look at him go. He might just win these battles. He's managing to escape somehow. And with Config...
Where's the Benny Hill music?
You know that the chance is alive, but he'll lose this battle. That guy is so dangerous. And people have heralded him as one of the star pickup out of the 2 new ones of Rubino and Config. But Rubino's been beast as well.
The money on Team Dignitas stand is comparable to a diarrhea right now.
Okay. All right then. All right then. Okay, I can. All right. Anyway, we've got the fast push on to close positions here to defend against this push. It's actually, oh my goodness, already a frag in from Rubino. Kirby's waiting as well with the 5-7. Somehow doesn't get that. 3 in a row coming out for TSM. And we've already got MSL disconnecting from the game.
Disconnecting from the game.
So screw you guys. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 to 12 it will be. TSM taking it over the line in 3 maps rather than 2 after a good start on Overpass. A crazy game to commentate. A crazy Mirage, just, I don't even know, just run and shoot each other.
Yeah,
basically.
it was very unorthodox. It was a bit jarring in that sense, but quite interesting as well from another perspective. But yeah, TSM will assert themselves. There's the dominant team in Denmark still, and I imagine that they should hold that title for probably quite some time. But who knows how this lineup will develop with Rubino and Config. These guys are very highly skilled, and it's a new group of players for MSL, who's a very good leader, to actually develop. So it's very unknown what their potential is.
Indeed, although Pip did tweet that he has a new team coming up.
Ooh, really?
But is this a Danish team? Or is it an international team, Dan? I would expect probably the latter. We shall have to wait and see. But that's going to be all for today's show. So, goodbye. See you next time.
You got spare